Now on Denver 7 News at 6, a big step to make a community whole again, 8 months after the Marshall fire ripped through a Superior shopping center.
It's a new chapter for this neighborhood gathering place. I'm Christian Lopez with a preview celebrating today's important milestone.
A grieving mother is asking people to remember her daughter for how she lived, not how she died.
I don't think we really have many pictures that she would have been smiling.
Now police say they found the man they believed murdered her.
They may be small, but they can be dangerous. The new warning from doctors to keep these batteries away from kids.
And it's the last hurdle for the Broncos before the regular season, cutting down their roster. The tough choices that could make or break their Super Bowl chances. Well, when you put it like that, it's a lot of pressure. Make or break our Super Bowl chances. Hey, but we do have a Broncos sunrise. That's got to be a good omen, right, for a good season. So thanks for joining us on this Tuesday morning. I'm Brian Sanders.
Yeah, I'm Nicole Brady. Lisa and Jason here.
It's the other way around.
Yeah.
Lisa, Jason.
Yeah.
Close.
Did I point
Very
the wrong
close.
way?
Yeah,
All right.
you two are interchangeable.
So close, yes.
It's going to be a beautiful one. Lots of sunshine, obviously. Hot and dry this week. You ready for a streak of 90s?
Yeah, I mean, we enjoy it while it lasts, I guess, right?
Exactly.
It's gonna be snowing soon.
We'll be complaining in January. We'll want this back. Right now you can see beautiful, but obviously very bright. If you're heading out early this morning for a walk, a run, a bike ride, it will be in the low 70s as early as 9 o'clock. So you've got some pretty mild conditions for the next few hours, but then low to mid 90s by 12 o'clock. Highs are going to be right around 90 to about 95 in Denver. We'll have mainly 90s across the eastern plains, 70s and 80s in the mountains. Now there is a very slim chance of picking up a few storms, mainly tomorrow. Otherwise, Futurecast is going to be pretty quiet. We'll take a closer look at tomorrow's storms here in just a few minutes, and I'll show you how this 90-degree heat is going to last through the holiday weekend coming up.
Nothing like the fresh smell of paving in the morning, and that's what's happening right now up on I-70 as we're doing some road work, and it continues for us here this morning right by the Evergreen Parkway. Take a look from the camera down there, and you can see a couple lanes are closed, a couple lanes are open. As we're trying to make our way through here, you just got to keep those speeds down. The westbound side heading up into the mountains looks just fine, and over the holiday weekend, all CDOT construction will be on hold all weekend long. Look at the drive here out to the west side of town, whether it's going to be out to the north side, south side. It all looks pretty good here at 74th Avenue, I-76. Take a look from the camera over there, and you can start to see more of this traffic both on 270 and I-76 all the way down to I-25. So it's just busy for us here this morning. The rest of the drive looks good, including here across downtown. No big delays between Broadway and I-70.
Well, Super Target reopens in Superior this morning, which is much more than a store reopening. The town will be celebrating a big piece of its community returning today, 8 months to the day since the Marshall fire. And finally, some normalcy for people there after this chaotic scene when the fire was moving in and evacuations were underway. A viewer sent us this video as they were leaving the store. You can see the high winds and the smoke, zero visibility with the shaking trees. And this was the Costco just down from Target.
Right or left? I don't know. Please go up.
Same shopping center here, the Superior Marketplace. All those people running for their lives.
It's still so hard to watch that video that day. So scary. And so much damage done to businesses. 35 businesses in the fire zone were damaged. In this map, you can see some of those highlighted. This is the Target right there. Well, we highlighted that Target on the map. Christian Lopez now joining us with why the store opening today means so much more than just a place to shop. Christian.
It really does, Nicole. And in just about an hour or so, people will be celebrating with a big tailgate party. We're already seeing employees inside the store. They're getting everything ready for that grand reopening. And this really means so much to so many people here in the town of Superior. And that's very evident in these photos that the town's mayor shared on his Facebook page. There was a ribbon cutting ceremony yesterday, as well as a soft opening. And a lot of people showed up for that event. Now, when the fire broke out here in Superior, the Target's roof did catch fire, and that triggered a sprinkler system to go off, and a malfunction caused those sprinklers to not shut off for several days. So the store did not burn down, but it did suffer severe flood damage. The store is now all reconstructed and restocked. It is ready to welcome those shoppers back today. And community members here, they're just happy to see all of the progress that's been made in the town 8 months after the fire caused so much damage.
So now
it's rising up from the ashes. It's like a phoenix. Tailgating is fun and all that, and really try to show that another business is coming up, and I think it's amazing.
And we'll be sticking around here as people start showing up for that tailgate party this morning. We'll bring you a closer look at the big celebration that is going to start at 7 o'clock. Live in Superior this morning, I'm Christian Lopez, Denver 7.
Yeah, should be amazing to see. All right, thank you, Christian. Well, Denver will spend about $2.5 million to boost foot traffic, retail, and safety in its downtown area. That money will be used over the next 18 months to invest in pop-up businesses, restaurants, events, and design elements to help prevent and reduce crime. The city says downtown pedestrian traffic in May was down 31% from May of 2019.
The mother of Angie, Vega, says she wants her daughter to be remembered for who she was and not what happened to her. The 22-year-old was murdered on Friday as she was finishing up work at NoCo Nutrition, where there is now a growing memorial to her. Angie's aunt and uncle own the shop. Her mom told us her daughter loved working there. She also loved to dance and cook, and she was an inspiration to her younger siblings. And her mom is now encouraging everyone to see the good in the world.
Overall, life is a beautiful place. Try to encourage each other and not bring each other down. Live like there's no tomorrow. Love with all your heart. And forgive each other.
Wow. Well, Greeley police arrested a man, 24-year-old Marcos Vallejos, on murder and sexual assault charges. The new district attorney for the San Luis Valley will start on Thursday. Governor Polis appointed Ann Kelly to the position. She previously worked as a deputy DA in the Boulder County District Attorney's Office. She has nearly 2 decades of experience in the law. Her appointment comes following multiple Denver 7 investigations into former San Luis Valley DA Alonzo Payne and his questionable plea deals. Payne resigned in July after our reporting. Colorado's Attorney General also found his office violated victims' rights.
State Senator Kevin Priola is facing a recall election now after he switched from the Republican to the Democratic Party. The Secretary of State's office says a theoretical election would happen in his new district, which leans more Republican than his current one. The effort would cost nearly $200,000 and requires at least 18,291 valid signatures from the new Senate District 13. The official petition has yet to be approved, though, for circulation. Well, the Broncos have to cut down their roster to 53 players by 2 o'clock this afternoon, and to that end, they are already getting a head start. They cut veteran punter Sam Martin yesterday after he declined to take a pay cut. The 10-year veteran was one of the better punters in the league last season, but not that much better than Corliss Waitman, who is now the Broncos punter, and that move saves the Broncos about $1.5 million on their payroll. And it comes as the Broncos' new team president, Damani Leach, takes over for Joe Ellis. Leach played football at Princeton, worked in the NCAA offices for 17 years, then with the NFL offices for 8 years, but wanted to work more directly with a team again. So he does not take lightly being the 4th minority president of an NFL franchise.
I stand on the shoulders of giants, those not just in football, but across other leagues, professional and collegiate, many of whom have been mentors to me and have reached out to me as this announcement has taken shape to really congratulate me. And I appreciate that and therefore understand the duty I have to really sort of pay that forward to the next generation.
So Leach says he'll begin looking into the future of Empower Field and possibly new uniforms for the team soon enough. Wonder what those would look like. Right now, his main priority is focusing on making sure the Broncos have what they need to succeed this year. And by the way, you can watch the Broncos kick off their regular season right here on Denver 7. The first game against the Seattle Seahawks is less than 2 weeks away. Monday, September 12th in prime time. Kickoff is at 6:15 p.m. Lisa.
Looking forward to that now at just about 6:10. We are in the 60s right now. We're going to hit highs this afternoon in the low to mid 90s. Denver right around 93, 70s and 80s for the foothills and mountains, which means patio forecast wise, we're in the 80s by lunch. hit low 90s, and then drop back down into the 80s by dinner time. So it's going to be pretty warm, Jason, and dry. Lots of sunshine today.
And a pretty typical start anywhere you want to go. Still some lingering construction to the west along I-70 near Evergreen Parkway. This is I-25 in Yale. The traffic coming at us is the northbound side out of the Denver Tech Center, making this trip in about 12 minutes. Same thing on the southbound side. It will get busier, but right now it looks great to the south side.
Saying goodbye to the GOAT, Serena Williams kicks off her farewell tour at the U.S. Open. What's next as she hopes to end her tennis career on a high note?
And are you a coffee drinker or a tea drinker? It might make a difference for your health. We'll have what one study says. Which one will help you live longer?
And it's National Beach Day. We're celebrating Colorado's many lake and reservoir beaches, as well as telling you about a sweepstakes that you could enter to get you 20 years of free beach vacations. Uh-oh.